Branding for global impact and relevance. What is branding? Why should you brand? If I take any phone and you see an apple half eaten, you know that is Apple. If you see the tick, you know that is Nike. And if you see, well, the one that looks like a boat, you know that is Amazon. That's not just a logo, that is actually branding. It is the people trying to give you the understanding that they are a brand. The reason I wanted to leave all the other material and so much of it and come to branding is because too many of us in our community, what we end up doing is we just want to quickly make money. We don't realize that Matthew Ashimalo is a brand. And if Matthew Ashimalo decides to begin to, what can I do? That it would be so odd. If I decide tomorrow that I want to be selling cookies, people will take whatever regard, respect they have for Matthew Ashimolo and place it on their cookies because the brand has gone beyond just one segment. So that's why Louis Vuitton has Louis Vuitton bags, Louis Vuitton shoes, Louis Vuitton belt, Louis Vuitton. What else does Louis Vuitton do? They do so many things. They do bracelet, Louis Vuitton, all sorts. Because when you are buying those things, you are buying your brand concept, mindset you have about the brand. If you see that, I mean, when Apple says Apple 15 is coming out, we have tested, I don't even know where they started. I think I probably joined them at something like 9. I'm now at, where am I? I think I'm at 14. I don't think I have 15. I'm not even sure which one I have. I think maybe I have 14 or 15. I don't know. I think it's 15. Whatever. Whatever. But you see, they made a name and that name became something we respect. Ladies and gentlemen, this evening, I want to stretch your mind that don't just aim to make money, aim to create a brand. Then your brand will become the market. Your brand will become the name. Your brand will become the business. Your brand will become, I mean, people will even say things based on your brand. I wanted to cancel a conference we're going to have in March for rural evangelists. I asked the guys who work with me in my team, should we cancel March and move it to May, June or not? All of them were making comments. It's interesting to find 2, 3 of them said, we know you for wanting to do things excellently well. And it is better to delay and be excellent like you always want to do it than to do it shabbily. Whoa. That's their perception of the Matthew Ashimolo brand. So, in crafting a 10-year plan for your business, do not hurry. At the same time, hurry. Do not hurry to quickly make profit. Rather, build a template that will be associated with what you want to produce. So whenever I do anything, people have an idea. When we started KICC TV in our church, we were the only station outside of maybe TBN and Daystar in the UK. I think there's maybe 1 or 2 more that were able to attract some big names to our channel because we are a brand and people had an association. They associated with me and with whatever our church stood for. In fact, whenever we invited people maybe to sing or to speak, they felt privileged because they felt they were associating with a brand. All right, having laid all that foundation on your mind, I want you to listen to the next couple of minutes teaching. It's very important for you to be very careful to build a brand. What is a brand? A brand is for identification. A brand is a label. A brand is a type. And it is in branding that you find that a name can become a brand. If Tiger Woods approves anything golf, people will buy it. What is a brand? Your brand can be derived from who you are, who you want to be, and who people perceive you to be. So, Wealth Masterclass, don't just market a product and don't just try to build a business and say, hey, Charlie, my money has moved from 40,000 pounds a year to 80, 100,000 pounds. Build a brand. It's good for the money to flow in, but you need to build a brand. Once you build a brand, money will look for you. A guy met me at Macarius during this week or last week. I was in a meeting. They said one pastor, so and so said he wants to see me. Never heard the name, but I felt prompted to go out. So I came out. It's a guy who's in the US. He bought the land. He said when he saw me and the marketer presenting the video, he said he bought it because of me. He said he just knew that he personalities behind it and it's fine. That is an attitude towards the brand. Hey, I think you moved away again from the material we're doing. Please go back to the brand, not this one I'm seeing. A brand can be a name given to a product or service as an identity. So that's why we buy brands. We buy brands. We buy the name of that brand. When we see Louis Vuitton, in fact, and you need to protect your brand. Have you noticed today there's such piracy of great brands? So a brand is what you are known for. You are either a bad brand, a great brand, a cheap brand, an insignificant brand, or a significant brand. So branding can be for your company. So why should you brand? Let me give you some reasons. Why should you brand your company? Why? And everyone on the platform today, this teaching is so major. Why? Number one, there is a need for you to stand out in a saturated market. The real estate market is saturated. The care home market is saturated. Too many people, everybody's opening care home. Every Dick and Harry is starting a home, old people's home, and blah, 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 blah. Some of them no direction. Some is just the money, that's their motivation. They don't even know their name, their style is just limited. So there is a need for you to stand out in a saturated market. Number two, a brand puts a touch of expertise and credibility on you or your company. If you buy anything with those big names, you know what to expect. You can't expect a cheap 50 pounds phone behind the name when Apple sold you a 1,000 pounds product. Number three, raising your brand profile increases value and helps to raise your charges. In other words, when we came into the real estate space, in the axis where Macarius was, we had asked some people how much we sell our land. We told them what we were going to put. They said, sell it for 15. We just slammed and said 33. And within 6 weeks, people messed up our sales program. We wanted to sell 50, they bought 200. because you need to build a brand. And in my opinion, we haven't even built our brand to the level that we should. People should just hear our name. And then they should be the one calling us and say, what product do you have? Once you build your brand and not the product, people will be the one calling you to say, is there a new product? Or anytime you bring out a product, the brand gives it the strength. I hope you are catching what I'm saying tonight. Once your brand is strong, you have no problem introducing new product. Big one, small one. Once you hear Mercedes, initially Mercedes was only for the very wealthy. Then they found that there are people who were salivating after their cars but could not buy. Then they came down and did the Mercedes 200. Then they came down, they did the Mercedes 190 to target another market. Then they came down and did the Mercedes A-Class to target those people who could afford only the Corolla, the Camry generation, but wanted a Benz. Then again, they upped the game and targeted the people who wanted a Rolls-Royce class and created the Mayback and gave it its own logo. It's made by Mercedes, but it's called the Mayback. It costs as much as Bentley or Rolls-Royce Dawn. Long, stretchy, powerful. In fact, there are Maybachs that are more expensive than the Rolls-Royce Phantom. That is branding. That is branding. Once the name has been created, you can decide to enter any market. And when you enter the market, you can even introduce a logo, but it's a sister of your branding. Ford found that there is a market it could not enter. There is a perception people had that Ford is cheap. So Ford created the Lincoln. So the Lincoln Navigator, Lincoln cars are a sister, are an upper level of Ford. With branding, you could raise your loyal clients. You could raise the quality of clients you now have. That's number 4. Number 5, branding increases repeat business and referrals. Repeat business and referrals increase with branding. The name just goes all over the place. Macarius, luxury, Macarius, the destination place, Macarius. Branding helps to attract ideal customers, not people who are just shotgun once in a blue moon. There will be these loyal followers who don't touch anything less than what you have created because you have created a branding. Branding raises the owner's confidence and pride. That's number 7. Number 8, with a branded name and branded logo, you can introduce additional products, additional services, additional products, additional services. Once people see the logo, they know who it is. Once they just see the logo, that's it. They see it on a belt, they see it on a purse, they see it on a handkerchief, they see it on a shirt. It's anywhere they see, they know who this is. And they're ready to go for it. So today I just felt like not only quickly teaching you all that I have done on the importance of you running and creating a 10-year business. We only went halfway in that, but I've been feeling so strong about pushing many of us who have been faithful on the Wealth Masterclass platform. I wanted to push you to change course. Don't just aim to make profit. Aim to be a name. Aim to be a name. Aim to be a name and brand. Even God believes in branding. He told Abraham, I will make your name great. In other words, I'll make your brand great. A brand is so powerful that your name can enter a place and things are given without you being present.